Okay, this is homework help video for Math 3 Unit 5 Worksheet 3. So I'm going to start with question number 3. So the first thing I want to do is look to see if what's underneath the radical is the same, because when we're adding or subtracting, these have to be the same. Okay, and so they are both the same, so then I just need to combine the coefficients. So I'm just going to combine 5 and -8, so 5 minus 8 is -3. And then I do not change the radical. So it's just like adding your variables where you add your coefficients. So 5 plus -8 is -3, and then the radical stays the same. And then I can't simplify anything, so then that would be my answer. Okay. And then let's take a look at question number 12. So for question number 12, again, I'm adding and subtracting, so I want to look at the radicals. And then those are all different, so I can't combine my radicals, so I want to go ahead and just see if I can simplify. So for 75, I know factors of 75 are 25 times 3. And 27 is 9 times 3. And 3 is just 1 times 3, so I'm just going to leave it as 3. Okay? So now I do know the square root of 25. Square root of 25 is 5, but I do not know the square root of 3. So I'm just copying down the 6, and so now the square root of 9 is 3. And I do not know the square root of 3. So the square root of 9 is 3. I just copied the 6, and I don't know the square root of 3. And then I can't simplify that at all. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply the 6 and the 3 together. And so I'm done simplifying the radicals, and then if I look, I have all of these are the same square root, so then I can go ahead and combine those. So 5 plus 18 is 23, and then minus 2 is 21. So I would have 21 times the square root of 3. So I'm adding the coefficients, so because it's adding, 5 plus 18, and then minus 2. And then the root 3 doesn't change. And then let's take a look at number 13. So for 18, I could use 2 and 9 or 3 and 6. But I don't know the square root of 3 or 6, so I'm going to use 2 and 9. And then 75 is 25 times 3. And then for 48, I could use 2 and 24, 3 and 16, 4 times 12, and 6 times 8, and I don't know the root of 6 or 8, and I don't know the root of 2 or 24. So I do know the square root of 16, and I do know the square root of 4, so I'm going to choose to use the 16 and 3, because 16 is a bigger root than 4. So I don't know the square root of 2, but I do know the square root of 9. So then the square root of 9 is 3, so I would have 4 from there. Square root of 9 being 3, and then 2 stays under the square root. So I have a 6 already. The square root of 25 is 5, and I don't know the square root of 3. So when I'm reducing the numbers, make sure you're always pulling those outside. I have a 2 here. So the square root of 16 is 4, and I don't know the square root of 3. And then I want to go ahead and multiply my numbers in front. So 4 times 3 is 12. 6 times 5 is 30. and 2 times 4 is 8. And then if I look at my square roots here, the first one is a square root of 2, but these are both 3's, so then that means I can combine these together because they both have the same radical. So this will stay 12 square root of 2. And then here I want to combine just the coefficients, so 30 plus negative 8 is 22, so 30 minus 8 is 22, and then the square root stays the same. And then I can't combine these because they don't have the same square root. Okay, and then that's the homework help for worksheet 3.